our Saturday session. And my apologies is for starting the session late. We just came to office, and so today, first of all, the weather is nice. Today we are at 12th of November, and even on 12th of November in Toronto, we are having the double-digit temperature, which is like amazing. Being a Torontonian, we cannot complain for this. So, how are you all, our viewers? In last 1 week, just to give you last 1 week update, if I look at the currency exchange rate, our Canadian dollar has gone from 1.38 to 1.26, which is a good news. The Canadian dollar is getting stronger, which will help our economy also. Today we are going to talk about what are the benefits of recession, what benefit we will have once the recession come. So to talk about the recession, first of all, let me welcome Kamal. So Kamal, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. How are you? I'm
I am doing fine. I was driving just a few minutes back, and when I got a call from Raman that he's stuck somewhere, so we had to start a session. And by the time I reached to office, it was already 12:15.
I know, I know. Same thing happened. I think traveling to one of the project in Niagara.
Yes.
Try to connect. That's
So
what he told me.
sorry.
He will try to connect.
So Kamal, today we are going to talk about recession, right? So first of all, what you think about recession? What is your views about recession?
It will be over soon.
Yes, it will be over soon. But again, basically, when we talk about the recession, basically, recession is a event, or it would say it's a time span wherein the economic activities goes down, when there is a less flow of money into the economy, the business is going down, or there is could be unemployment in the economy, right? And there could be various factors which is connected with the recession. And when we talk about the I would say benefits of the recession, lot of people, no matter what the problem is, I always believe that whenever there is any problem, there is always some opportunity in that problem, and it's up to us how we look at those opportunities when those problem comes. So we have to look at the opportunities that everybody could have. It's not that those opportunities are available to only few people. It is available to everybody who are willing to take those opportunities. So Kamal, if I ask you that, in recession, what do you think the opportunities can be there in recession for a common people?
I would say one of them will be investment. I consider
Yes,
it as a very big opportunity rather.
right. So again, just to give a feedback to our viewers, in I know for the last 6 months we all are talking about that the real estate. When we talk about the real estate market has gone down, and we are being impacted by the I would say the fear of the recession. There are some countries where already the recession has already been declared, like UK. I was reading the news for the UK. They're already talking about the recession in their country, whereas in Canada it's still not been declared. The government, the economists, they are talking about that, what, sometime maybe first quarter of the next year or second quarter we might have that. But when we talk about recession, let me tell you a story. There was a one, I would say, a shopkeeper. He was running his shop very fine. His business was booming, and suddenly, a guy who, I would say his son, who has done his MBA, he came to him, and he said, what, Dad, did you hear about the stories that recession is coming? Our business will be hit hard, so we should control our expenses. And his dad, he thought that, what, since his son is come from done an MBA from a reputed institute, let's listen to him. And he started doing the less marketing activities to save the expenses. Now, when he reduced the expenses, definitely, I would say the customer that used to come to his shop, they get reduced. And his son said, Dad, see, I told you the sales will go down. Now we should reduce our inventory. That will save our cost further. And they reduce the inventory also. Now, when the inventory is not there, When the customer used to come, they never used to find the product they wanted. So sales further fallen. Now sometimes, and that's what lead to recession for that guy. His business was working fine, but just because there was a news and he acted on that news, that has lead to a situation wherein he created a recession for himself. And I have seen many times this situation is happening with normal businesses also, wherein just in fear of recession, we put our business into recession. Whereas to a particular business, there is no problem. Does that make sense, Kamal?
Yeah, that's so true. Uh, we ignore perception, but I think perception plays, especially in these markets, where a lot of time things built more than what it is. So I strongly believe this part that yes, at it. And one of the gentlemen just asked that where, of course, what we are looking at is you will invest where you feel that prices in the recession for you're talking about come down. And I strongly believe that that's a properties, or if you are an investor, who want to see some of the for your rental purpose or anything, and if you have a capacity to hold, trust me, I think that's safe from my little experience.
Talk about recession in real estate. People, they have tendency to get away from real estate, and they think that this is not the time to invest in real estate, or they want to get into the real estate at that time. But there is a saying that when there's a fear, there is always a greed. So people, they take advantage of the situation when there's a fear in the market, and we are exactly in that situation right now. And I was talking to one of the buyer yesterday only, and we were having a long conversation, and he was talking about the same thing, that what, Sachin, I, because of the situation, the interest rate are going up, the recession are coming, I should wait for the buying that I want to do. And I was trying to explain him that real estate market, it works on sentiment. No matter what the situation is, if the sentiments are strong, people keep buying. If sentiments are weak, people stop buying, no matter how good the situation is. And right now, that fear has been created into a market. Those sentiments are being made weak, by which even if people have all the capacity, they have all the money, they have all the mortgage in place to do the real estate buying, they are still not doing it. And the way I see the situation, the real estate can change overnight, because it is totally dependent upon what the news or what the positivity is in the market. And that positivity can be made changed overnight, that perception can be changed overnight. So now we have Raman also with us. So let me connect Raman. Good afternoon, Raman. So I see you sitting in a car.
Sachin, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. That's great. Yeah, Sachin, actually, we were traveling to Fort Erie. So, I have to get a car. And I was actually listening to your interesting discussion. And you are so right. And I always tell people about that. Uh, the sentiment plays a very big look at the market 3-4 months before, the way things were happening. People were thinking, like, people were ready to pay $300,000-$400,000 more for a property, the exact value what they were paying off. But what exactly happened after months? All of a sudden, even the prices are low. I can definitely understand high, but still people are being skeptical. They are having second thought process, the basic necessity of the house for themselves. Real estate market, we speak about it so many times, is not a short-term perspective. are going to buy and sell every single day. So we take an example. Bought their house in January. They got the opportunity to lock the rate of percent. Now, if the house price has gone down for them to afford the house, if they are able to pay off the mortgage, if they are on their job, it is going to make a difference to them. It is just a psychological numbers which are bothering them. Though my house value was, I bought the house for like $1 million, now for 900,000. Guys, try to understand. You are house today. As I said, as long as you can afford to pay off the mortgage tax, as long as you are able to raise your family in that house, a value of that property, until and unless you have to sell it. Of course, I'm not. There might be 5 or 10% cases where people are not wrong decision. Absolutely, it can happen to anybody, and it can happen to even in the bad times. So that is what my little 2 cents on that, Sachin. So please.
Thank you, Raman. Thank you, Raman, for your valuable information. And again, let me ask you, Raman, this question: that what is the best way to invest or put your money in real estate during recession? What tips you want to give to our viewers to how to invest or buy a house for themselves, or should they buy, should not they buy, and what things they should keep in mind before investing during recession?
That's a very interesting question. Now, let me tell you the psychology of the people. Is approach you and will request you, will beg you, give me some good deal. And the moment you put a good deal in front of them, they why I'm getting it? Why somebody's giving that house cheap to me? And that is what is, whether it is the real estate market or it is the stock market. So, Sachin, stock market, the person who goes against the wind, the person who buy, selling, and who sell when everybody is buying, because that is what the is. So try to understand, when everybody is selling, what does that mean? The supply. When everybody is buying, the demand is more supply. Very simple rule of life. Any commodity, any sales, any, or it is gold, or it is stock, or whatever it is, it all works on demand. And if you look at the market, the real estate market during the pandemic, the biggest reason was that there was a genuine demand, but the supply was not there. So that short supply really kept the prices on the levels we expected that this is going to happen during pandemic. So the demand and supply ratio gets distorted. And I have mentioned in many, I can give you a simple thumb rule of understanding the real estate market demand and supply ratio. If there is a 3 months inventory, that is what we call as a healthy market for 90 days. So let's say, example, if 6,000 houses get sold every month, there is an inventory of somewhere in between 15 to 18,000 houses. That I consider balanced healthy markets. Not favor of seller, not in favor of buyer. So equilibrium of the demand and supply. But in case supply goes for 4 months, what does that mean? Now we have excessive houses. Supply is more, but demand is less. And 5 months supply is going to a troublesome market. Same way, like we can go backward. If it's a 2 month, it means the demand is more, supply is less. This is called as a seller's market. And 1 month inventory, of course, you're gonna get a lot of multiple offers. People are ready to pay $100,000 to $200,000 more for the house, which they are looking exactly what happened during pandemic. During pandemic, the supply was not even 1 month. In some of the markets, the inventory was maybe, I think, 1 or 2 weeks. Am I right?
That's right. That's right, Raman.
And even in today's market, we have not touched until now. Even if I look at the major markets in GTA, either it is Brampton or if I go to Alberta, even if I go to Vancouver and all those markets, I still see the supply is so. That really is a very good indication that in spite of the high inflation, everything, the all the indicators are really bad, but still, just because the supply is not reached at that level where we should say we are going to have a trouble in the another best part which I see is when I think yesterday or day before yesterday, uh, the the Fed and the numbers in US, of course, Canada, like was getting streamlined 2 months before, and the only problem they were facing with the Fed and all that stuff. So that is what was happening, and now we are getting some positive news from. So those are really very good indications. So now I come to your question. Sorry, I give a little, not brief but very detailed background. Now let me come on to your question, which you asked: how investors should behave, especially when the market is like this. So, guys, the first thing, resource is what you have. Check your bank accounts, see how much extra money you have. Some decent amount of extra money. Let's say you have $200,000. I would strong all $200,000. I wouldn't recommend you invest 50 to 60, right? Right? Because this kind of market is very unpredictable. Now you want to back. So once you have started making the decision of investing that 50 to 60%, make sure explore all the options in your surrounding. Don't jump onto the decision, because in this kind of market, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of options, and you don't want to miss any opportunity because of the lack of knowledge and lack of info. Third important point, deal with the person who who actually have helped himself first, any other clients to make money. Either it was good time or it was bad time. Third market, everybody becomes an investor. Everybody becomes a realtor. Because not go to intelligence or their knowledge and understanding and their analytical ability. The credit goes to is the same thing. Like in 2020, 2021, you have seen a lot of realtor. Everybody was jumping into the real estate field because it was so easy to sell the house. Now comes the end of those realtors are out of the market. Right?
Raman, that make totally sense. And to all our viewers, I will also share my viewpoint that there is, I would say, there are some major points. What are the benefit you can have, or I would say, why you should invest in during recession, or why you should buy a real estate during recession. The first thing is that there are two important things which are considered as a good investment, which is one is stocks and the second is real estate. Now, stocks, they are considered always a volatile, I would say, investment, wherein the value of the stocks, they go up and down on a very high level. $100 stock can go down to maybe $5 because of the situation in the company, because of any bad situation in that particular business. Whereas real estate is considered to be a very stable investment, right? Even if the changes happen, those changes are not as volatile as you get in the stock market. The second reason you should invest during the recession in real estate would be is that housing is one thing which is always in requirement, because that's where the people live. It will always be in demand because people will be coming to the country, they will need place to live, and housing will, I would say, fulfill the one basic necessity of everybody, which is roof on their head. So housing will always be in the demand. And the third reason why you should be investing into the real estate would be is that during recession you get good bargains. As you already mentioned, that because of certain factors, because of some wrong investment made by some people. At this time, people who want to get out of their investment, they get a very good deals from there. So these are the three important reasons why you should be investing in real estate during the recession. So let me bring Kamal onto the line, Raman, and let me take his views also. You know what? Does that make sense, Kamal, what we are talking about? Hello, Kamal, you're mute.
This entire discussion makes a lot of sense, and seeing lot of investors, lot of such inquiries coming at this point, which serve more, because when we are talking to, even meeting the business people, we are meeting certain entrepreneurs. Now, when we see it as a recession coming in, so back, and probably they should not come forward and think of expanding or opening a business. I have been meeting every day one to two such people, and who are, this is the right time where they want to get in the business. Till the time this time is going slow, they want to have the training done, the basics done of the business, and when the market is up market, or in the positive way. So I believe that that's the perception at it. A person who is looking at it as an opportunity will definitely like to encash it.
Thank you, Kamal. So, Raman, now we talked about that, you know what, why we should be investing during the recession, why we should be buying real estate during the recession. Now, those people who really want to
Sachin,
invest,
let me add one more point.
yes,
Explain this as a common man's perspective.
yes,
Would you like to buy something valued at $1, but
yeah,
you want to buy at $1.25 or $1.50, or would you like to buy the stuff which is valued at $1 at 50 cents? This purchase is going to make a difference. When you are good, if you have bought it expensive, then you're going to have a challenging situation. And if you have bought it on a reasonable price, that is going to on your final profitability. Now, Sachin, the most important point which I would like to highlight, does that mean people did not buy good deals in the month of January or last year? No, people really bought good deals at that time. If the market was hot, that doesn't mean there were not good deals out there. Yes, I bought a house for myself. In a very hot market, which February 2022, I bought that house for 780,000. 2.5 or 3 months after, for 950,000. Just imagine, in the same market where people lost money, we made money. Thinking about, like, oh, if somebody bought a house, and I think we should share that listing on screen, Sachin, if it is possible. You remember there was a house in Dandak which we is there any possibility that you can share that listing with the dates and all this stuff, so
let
that
me
people
see.
can understand and they should get a perspective of it? So that is very, very important. So guys, this is very, very important point which you have. Even in today's market, if it's somebody can get a bad deal, because try to understand it all depends working with you. If you're working with somebody who doesn't have any knowledge of the market, or under pressure, you can definitely understand what's going to happen to you, I would say. So Sachin, I would give another example. So team same macro, there was in the same street, there was 1325, and that house was a very good company. Max sold on Allegro. We sold the house on 1400, 1 point, I think 25 or 30,000. $100,000 difference, and it's only 1 week time gap. The only thing is, was working with a realtor who might be pressurizing him to sell, or maybe did she's doing. But and I was directly involved, like one of their house, like almost 12 years before, and just understand, this client came back, really shows the kind of services, the kind of efforts which we now think about it. This $100,000 is going to make a lot of the client is going to buy the next house. So if we make a difference of 50,000 or 100, and we get them a good deal on the other side when buying, just imagine that client as well. Because when it was the time of selling, we got him the best price. When it is the time of buying, and that is what a good realtor makes the difference. And it is the working with the right set of people.
Yes, Raman, since you're talking about the example, I would like to give one example wherein I just did a deal one week back, wherein we bought a 4,000 square feet house, just around 6 year new, with the like a finished legal basement, and the worth of the value even in today's market is around $2.2 million. And that house was on power of sale. We are able to get that deal for our client for 1.85. So think about that. The guy saved close to 300 to $400,000 in that transaction. That same house got sold 6 months before for $2.6 million. The same house.
That's right. So
Right, so think about it. Those are the opportunities which are available, and those opportunities are available only when in today's market. Those opportunities were not available 6 months before. I do understand that the client might be paying 2 or 3% higher interest, but think about it, that he already saved $400,000, and that interest will come down with time. It is a matter of another 6 months to 12 months. The interest will come down, but the price, the benefit that he got in the price, that will not gonna come down. That's gonna go up. And once the interest rate goes up, that house will be back at the same price, which is going to be around 2.3 to $2.6 million. So that is the benefit of investing during this time, during the time of recession.
yeah, and also, Sachin, I would like to mention one more point. Guys, be very thoughtful. If you are taking advice from your neighbor, if you are taking advice from the person who is driving taxi for, please be very thoughtful about it. Just imagine that have the capability to create a good job for himself, right? Again, with due respect, like I respect all the professions. If I am doing a job for $15 and I'm commenting, hats off, thank you very much. And another hats off to the person's advice. So come on, guys, understand. You have to take the advice from somebody who has at least done better self in their life. So Sachin, it is something like you want to do a PhD to somebody to learn who actually could not qualify for the graduation or who could not pass. That's not possible, guys. And unfortunately, the other problem is social media. A lot of people, commenting and cribbing price is gonna be it and this and that, blah blah blah. And I hope you are so confident. Go and sell your house today and buy it on the half price after 1 or 2 years.
That that's a very good point, Raman, that you are making. A lot of my clients, they are telling us, what, my friend has told me that the market is going to go down. Why you are buying right now? This is not the time to buy the house. And I asked him that, what does he has a house? So if he is so sure about that market is going to go down by 30%, why doesn't he sell his own house and buy the house when 30% cheaper is there? He can make a lot of money over there.
There you go. There you go.
Right. So all those if and all those people who get this advice, that what, and especially from those people who already are living in their own house, When you get the advise them back. You know what? If you know the market so well, sell your house, buy it cheaper. You will make money, and with that extra money, you can help me buy the house, being my friend.
Yeah.
So one more thing that I want to talk about, Raman, is this: that definitely when the recession is there, we talked about the inventory goes down. There are less houses because people, what they do, they decide to delay their purchase of the house. Because of that, they have to go on rental, because housing is a basic need. Housing is like everybody needs housing to live. So what is the impact of that? When there are more people who are looking for the houses for rent, the rental value goes up. And when the rental value goes up, who is the benefiter? All those investors who have bought their properties and they are renting those properties, so their ROI start to get better,
Yeah.
right? So this is also an important factor that we have to talk about, wherein the benefit of the recession to the real estate investor is this: that their ROI start getting to go better because the rental value goes up. And if I talk about GTA, in last 6 months, the rentals are in so much of demand. The rental values has gone up by around 16 to 25% depending upon the location. It is hard to right now find a house on rent than the house to buy.
Sachin, you have made up a very good point onto that, and so I suggest, especially like investors, uh, at this point of time, I just negotiated one deal with the builder today morning, where you the guarantee of the positive cash flow in the with a very decent down payment, with an extended deposit structure, 4% guaranteed rate lock on your mortgage, no development charges, and whatnot. So, is what is a kind of opportunity which you can explore in today's market. Others are willing to go extra mile. So, lot many times, me or investors, they come and ask me when the builders are going to bring the prices down. And I always tell them, builders are not in the rush of selling any of the product until very high inventory. Because if somebody has to give you the off any unit or any pre-construction after 3 or 4 years and of the projects which they want to offload, until and unless they will not really come down too much, love to hold their inventory. Try to understand, if you are an investor of 1 or 2 units, the builder 200, 300 units, or even more than that in many cases. So he understands the investment perspective better than you or me, or even me so many times. Trust me. There's who have more experience, who are in the business for longer time than, and respect those people who have established bigger and better business than me. Because you know what? Those are the love to learn from them. Because they have done better than us in life. So, hesitation in going and learning from them. That doesn't mean that I cannot go and learn from somebody who has not done better in life. Because it might be some other fields where they have done better, right? Somebody might have shanti in their life.
Yes.
So I will go to that person, maybe that more investment or more money than us, but he has done better in some other fields. Education, training. Somebody might have done better training for people than me.
True.
So understand the perspective of life. So it's very, very important, guys, especially make sure you have the best person on your side as far as the real estate is concerned. And Sachin, believe one thing in my life: if you have a good realtor, good lawyer, good doctor, blah 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 in your life.
So, guys, when you're investing in real estate during recession, keep three things in your mind. Look for the right location. Look at your bank account, how much cash you have got, and weigh your interest options. What is the best interest you are getting? Now I'll move to Kamal, and definitely since he works on for our franchisee operation, I would like to take his opinion that how his businesses are going, how the franchises are looking in during working in the recession, and how they're looking to expand their business since we are expanding ourselves to US, and recently we have got our trademark for US also. So Kamal, over to you.
Yeah, and it was a very interesting discussion what you pointed out. Right now, I can share that the same thing. Couple of our franchisee owners who have been working with us for more than 6 months, couple of them with a year, they are looking to grow with the brand, with the company, their offices, even franchisee offices in India, especially in Hyderabad, Lucknow, offices in Dallas with them. We have one of our franchise open his office with us in Brisbane in Australia. So, I mean, trust me, for a pro with the growth mindset, they want to use this time to have the infrastructure, this time for the training and the process and system built up. So, I mean, any those side of the things, I think probably there is going to be a much better time.
Great, Kamal. So definitely, as since SaveMax is growing in US, we are growing in Australia, we are growing in India, and recession is a good time when you can take a step back, structure yourself, organize yourself for the better future, so that you are more organized once the market is there to support you.
Yeah, Sachin, and also Sachin, I want to mention about today. So, I am here at in Fort Erie, the project which we are promoting over here. It's the waterfront. Units available: one bedroom plus den, two bedroom or bigger, three bedroom units. As I said, it's an you you can buy the units as low as 10% conditions over there. There is some uh, excellent which we have negotiated with builder, and I will give you a good glimpse. Like the team just reached over here from 1 to 6 o'clock. So there is going to be a lot of activities over there. So if you trusted to make a good investment, don't hesitate to come here. I am until 5 o'clock, and I will make sure that I get you one of the best area with rental guarantee, and with so many other benefits. But which is there for the day for those people who have already registered. But you are more than welcome. Make sure we extend the same deal to you as we are offering only for this weekend. So if you want Terry, more than welcome. Come and see me. I'll be very happy to get you which I can offer to you on the table right now. And I promise you, I'm Sachin, like if you will make any investment with our suggestion, with our advice, you will net. And if there's any loss of money, we will take care of it. So we are so confident about our work. Like, if you buy with SaveMax, loss is ours, profit is yours.
So
So
that's a very big
with that,
statement, guys. What Raman is making today. Raman is in Fort Erie, working on the project which is Discovery. And as he mentioned, when you invest with SaveMax, the profit is yours and loss is ours, because we bring only those projects to you where we know, we are confident that you are going to make money, because for us, our clients, our customers, they are the most important, and we work towards getting the best projects for them. And if we talk about this project is in Fort Erie. The best thing about the project is that you 75% of the building, you have the water views, you have the views towards the Lake Erie as well as Niagara River, and you are less than 60 second to Peace Bridge. So you can cross the bridge and you can be in US within less than 5 minutes. So that's the beauty of the project. It's approximately a 12-story building, and it has got many amenities. like rooftop lounge. It has got yoga studio. It has got bowling alley. I have heard the first time that any building is coming up with a bowling alley within in it as a amenities. So today Raman is there at the location. You will get the best deal because Raman has all the authority to offer you any deal today. So you I won't say you will let this opportunity go from your hand, right, Raman?
Absolutely, Sachin. We will definitely make sure you are getting the deal as per your. I should not, but because sometimes people they wish a lot of things which to fulfill. But one thing I can promise you that you will get one of the best deal, and you won't be disappointed onto that. So that is my promise to you. So if you want message, we can definitely shoot the details to you as well on your email. So my phone number is 65780 I am in Fort Harry today. I'm here to make the deal happen for you. That's important, right? We will not let you go back empty hand. You really want to make an investment and you have enough resources. I will not feel any pressure of making an investment if you don't have money. If you have money, sometimes I a little bit because that push is needed, right?
Yeah.
And that push really helped a lot of people, not only in the real estate industry, but as an investor as well. So I always feel proud of or making those 15,000 happy families who trusted on SaveMax brand to do business, either or it was selling or it was making an investment. We always worked with their family.
Definitely, Raman. So before we end the session, any last message from you, Raman? Since we are already at 12:58.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is the time when you get double value for your dollar. Don't miss this opportunity. After 3 months or 6 months, you make the decision. And if anybody wants to know about the bottom of the real estate market, understanding we have already passed the bottom. The bottom of the market is already gone. Now we started going a little bit towards the upward, or I would say I'm not saying like just which we are building right now, but the bottom is already gone, and we have already started
And Raman,
off.
what you said, I can prove that by data because there are approximately four interest rate hike that happened in last around 6 months, and 20% of the market went down in the first two interest rate hike itself.
Right.
After that, in last two interest rate that happened, there was only 3% shift in the market. And in fact, after the last interest rate hike, which happened in the month of October, there was hardly any shift in the real estate pricing in the toward the downside. In fact, in some market, it has gone up by 0.5% to 1%. So, which clearly proves by the data that we are already at our bottom. Now there is only one place to go, which is up. So don't hold yourself. Don't look at the, I would say, look at the fear or get by the fear of the market which is going on. This is the time to go back to the real estate and start investing. If you're a first home buyer, you will not get a second chance. Do not hold yourself from buying real estate. This is the time. Do it.
Yeah, answer some of the comments from Malik Junaid. Actually, Malik wanted us to share that listing as an example. I was trying to look into it. It's in the dark, but I will make sure like next session I bring that list. Second is Malik is also talking about short answer to the objection. And Malik is believing that the recession, and there's more challenge, uh, more problem. Malik, with due respect, I beg to differ than what you are saying. Uh, as I said, sometimes I'll give you an example, Sachin. I'll just take, sometimes there's a dead person. All, all the X-ray reports, all machines and everything is telling what that person is dead. But sometimes miracle happens. Happen like that person gets alive. So somehow I personally believe the economy, all the data stats and everything is indicating that worse is still gonna come, and this and that. We have already passed that phase. We are getting into the better state of the affairs, and to bring a lot of positive news. So let's work on it. Um, and I think we have to keep our confidence in the real estate market. Have given a lot of positive returns to people, and I have seen all the multi-millionaire just from the real estate, and I'm pretty sure you will take advantage of this slow market and investment to take future benefit. So if there is anything we can do as your family, it'll be my pleasure. So guys, thank you very much for joining for today's session. I really appreciate. Thank you, Kamal, for taking lead on the session today in my. And again, guys, if you want to come and join us in Fort Erie, more than welcome. My number is 647-80. Send me a text message on this number or send me your email, and we will send you the information. It's beautiful community like named Discovery, or if you are interested for any other project. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic day ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Raman, and wishing you all a very happy weekend. Enjoy yourself. It's still a good weather. And before I leave, SaveMax is growing. We are looking for energetic, passionate realtors to grow our team. If anybody wants to join SaveMax, they can give me a call. My number is 647-219-3914. Thank you very much. Thank you.